Guess who's back? It's Peter fucking Beale. He's back again. It's only been a month and a half, or I think we established. Yeah, obviously Peter Beale's going to come back to Walford. He arrives back from France next week. I believe it's Thursday the 24th. Thomas Law, first time on the square in 13 years. Like, holy shit.
Mental.
And yeah, how is he coming back? Well, it seems like he intercepts a text on Cindy's phone, or Rose's phone, and he'll essentially go, oh wait, hold on, I've got sisters. And let me just read some more of this. EastEnders Peter Beale will return to Walford next week in an attempt to connect with his sisters, Anna and Gina. As promised, Peter will return to the square in upcoming scenes after realising he has siblings he knew nothing about. Excuse me. At the start of the week, Bobby is shocked to learn Kathy is selling the chippy. Failing to reach Kathy, who is still on her honeymoon, Bobby decides to call Peter instead. In the meantime, Anna sends a seething text to her mum after getting a number. Over in France, Peter intercepts his text from Anna on Cindy's phone. After interrogating Ian about it, Peter eventually learns he has two sisters. Ian quickly deletes the messages from Anna and pleads with Peter to not tell Cindy about their conversation. I'm just gonna pause that there. So, we'll likely be getting some more scenes in France. If I had to imagine. Like, we'll get some more of the weird little family unit. It'll be interesting to see. Piggy, do you reckon that they'll just turn up out of the blue and be like, Cindy and Ian? Like, do you reckon they'll turn up out of the blue, or do you reckon like they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm coming now, or you know?
Well, obviously, because just for example, Yolande, people are going to be like, why are you bringing Yolande into this? Obviously, they didn't do promos for her where they were like, Yolande returns this week on Alfred, but they will turn up out of the blue in the EastEnders universe.
Yeah.
But in our universe, the real universe, or
definitely be promoted.
There'll be like a trailer. There'll be trailers, promo images. There'll be like, Ian and Cindy return, and George Knight is shocked. He shits his pants. Holy shit! Do not miss this. It's the greatest thing you've ever seen since Muhammad Ali fought Antonio Inoki. Get on in here. Like, they'll obviously hype it up, but I don't see that happening, because to me it would be a waste. I understand people are going, but it would be fun to have a surprise. It would be a waste to just be like, oh yeah, Cindy and Ian, they just rocked up on the 25th of September.
I mean, to be fair, it would make sense if... It would make sense to... Like, sorry, basically the Sun obviously leaked it ahead of time. And so I assumed the plan was just to have it be a shock. But you know, it was leaked to the press, so you can't really do anything there. But yeah, I do think they will just kind of show up out of nowhere. I'm still believing they'll show up around September time, probably. Like, I assume that Peter will let it slip that he's with Anna and Gina, and Cindy will be like, oh my god, they're there. Because, you know, Ian's been kind of concealing it the whole time.
How will he, like, because he directly can't go, you're my sisters, because that will raise a lot of eyebrows, because they'll just think he's a weird guy. Like, they'll just think,
well, I mean, if one thing they can say, I imagine if they see the necklace or the pendant, which has his and Lucy's birthday, like, on it, like, I assume there'll be a lot of, like, kind of really, like, confused, like, kind of shocks. And I feel like he will be kind of, like staking it out a little bit. But yeah, I think definitely be a lot of interesting stuff.
Because how I would love to see it is that he basically says to Gina and Anna, look, I'm a friend of your mom. I'm just a friend of your mom. I just came here to say she's alive, blah blah blah. And then on Christmas Day, the Beales and the Knights and the Carters are sitting down, and then like they have this lunch. Gina and Anna are happy that their mom is here. Ian is happy that Cindy's here, and he's jealous that George Knight is here. He's got like a brick shit house.
Yes.
I'd be scared shitless as well if George Knight was eating turkey with me. And then you obviously have Linda, who's minding her kids. And then like you have that shock reveal. Yeah. Wait, really? Obviously George knows, and they know that Rose Knight doesn't exist. But it would be amazing at Christmas Day, like, yeah, Peter is your brother, and Bobby did kill your sister.
Yeah, I don't think it'll necessarily. I think it'll have to come out a bit like more before that. Like, I think if I have to guess, and this is wild speculation, if I had to guess, I think Anna and Bobby will like be a thing by Christmas, but kind of keeping it on the down low, because you know there's some like bit of a weird like grey area there. Like we might be like half related somehow, and but I feel like a bunch of the build up will be them kind of going like, oh shit, and then they keep it secret, and then it comes out at Christmas, you know, and then maybe someone goes, you're half siblings, you know, it's a fucking I don't know, something like that.
Hey, you're half siblings. Who cares? You're not fully related.
We aren't they aren't blood related.
No, they're not related at all. Like, even if EastEnders tries and pushes that, or Chris Glench or whatever his name is, tries to push that they're half related, I'd be like, mate, you're tugging at something that doesn't exist. because
like they genuinely, they don't have there's no connection between them other than the fact that Cindy was Ian's first wife.
That's the only thing. The only thing Bobby has connected to that family is the fact that he killed their stepsister.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. He's not a long lost plumber from Japan. He's not a fucking Jesus Christ cross player. He's just Bobby Beale. Like he's not related. Anyhow, he's just Bobby Beale, plain as a sandwich. Bobby Beale. And
exactly.
If they're like, well, Bobby might actually be related, I'm like, lads, take a seat, stop smoking the marijuana, and actually look at this from real perspective. Anna and the other one are related to Peter and Lucy.
Yeah.
By they're step brothers and sisters. Bobby is literally the middle child. It doesn't matter. He can shag that entire bloodline. Yeah. That does not matter. But I know they will try and do this. You're half sister brothers. Big massive fucking explosions and all of that.
Yeah, and just to continue onwards with this, essentially Peter agrees to like not tell Cindy, but shocks Ian when he later shares his plans to leave Walford to meet them, and has even booked on the Eurostar that evening. Peter later arrives at the Vic just as an unsuspecting Gina and Anna prepare to close up for the night. Bobby gets a shock when he wakes to find Peter sleeping on the sofa in number 45. Peter vows to help Bobby turn the chippy into a success in the hope that it will encourage Kathy not to sell, and he then heads over to the Vic to spy on his new sisters. Things go bad to worse for Peter when he comes face... Actually, no, hold on. We can go into that a bit more. Obviously, the Bobby-Peter relationship has been very strained. There's always been a, like, aspect of their relationship's been volatile due to the fact that, yeah, Bobby did kill Peter's twin, like twin, you know. So it's obviously always been a bit of a sore spot. With the previous actor, it kind of came to a head at the end where he slept with Bobby's girlfriend at the time and then said "fuck off." But I do genuinely want to see Bobby and Peter develop like a really strong like brother kind of relationship, because it'll just be nice to see, and it'll be nice to be able to kind of put the like Bobby's past in the past. Except obviously it's going to get dredged up when Cindy arrives and Cindy's like, what the fuck is he doing here? Because, you know.
Are you doing here? And not in a racist way, but in a way that you killed my daughter. You bigoted wanker.
Exactly.
But my thoughts are, the previous writer, hate is a strong word, but I will use this wholeheartedly. The previous writer for EastEnders, he literally took his cock and balls out. He had his full cock and balls out and went, you know what I want to do? I want to piss on the legacy of EastEnders. Not only piss on it, but I want to set fire to it.
A 3-day bender. Fucking, you've not been drinking any water. You've exclusively been drinking alcohol. It's like disgustingly thick yellow piss all over the fucking face of EastEnders, just dripping, and you can't even move. He's got you tied up. You're just like, oh, don't want it. It's pissing all over your face.
And people go, Piggy, why do you hate him so much? He ruined Alfie Moon. Danny Dyer, although I don't like him, he ruined Mick Carter, because at the end I became I'm Superman. Well, look at me, I'm Superman. There goes my... Anyways. And then he ruined Ian Beale. He ruined Peter Beale. He ruined some of the Slaters. I forget which Slater he ruined. But he did.
We say ruined. It was Kate Oakes and John Sen. And yeah, they fucking ruined a lot of EastEnders.
They basically, and I don't like using this word, but they basically went to take this big boy, and we said no, my no area cannot be touched. And he ripped open our pants and he stuck his gigantic cock in it, and he fucking plowed us until we were singing in the shower, curled up in a ball and crying, until Chris Clenshaw came in, patted us on the back and went, I will kill that motherfucker. I basically just retconned most of it. Yeah. Well, not retconned it, but he kind of went, well, I know he hurt you, Piggy.
Most of the characters who were established in that time are gone.
Yes.
Like, a lot of the characters were wrapped a nice little bow around it and went, this one's going on the shelf. Geez, that was very, between the piss metaphor and between the other very not safe for work metaphor that you just said, Jesus fucking Christ. But he'd absolutely ruin EastEnders, for sure. Like, 2019 to 2021 was fucking hot garbage. Like, it was so depressing, it was so miserable. Fucking hell.
I understand there was a massive pandemic, or people who are COVID deniers.
It was shit before COVID.
yeah, I know, but I know people are going to go, well, COVID happened, and all the writing got messed up because actors couldn't interact and blah blah blah. That is a non-factor. Bam, non-factor. That does not matter. He absolutely, like, I would sometimes flick on EastEnders, but he literally took the life and soul out of EastEnders. I know it was shit beforehand, but this guy just literally went, how can I make you hate these characters that you love? I will tell you how. I will take their heart and soul and make them evil, beyond evil. And I will fucking pray to Valhalla. I will pray to Saddam Hussein. And I will make these the most evil people in the world. And then he just absolutely...
I mean, a big example of how it absolutely ruined it was obviously fucking... Well, Ian Beale left the show. Max Branning left the show. Mick Carter left the show. so many of these characters who, I mean, obviously I say this, the Mick Carter was kind of, it wasn't necessarily like due to the previous writing, but you know, some of the really, really long-running like characters went, fuck this. I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. And if you can somehow make like long-standing characters want to leave the show, you're doing a heinous job. And you could see it for sure with how, you know, like fucking Steve McFadden actually is interacting with the cast now. Like he's actually like chilling with the cast and actually having more fun. I suppose just to wrap a point on this, the last Peter wasn't really seen as too favorably, and it's gonna be nice to see him and Bobby actually get together and be friends and work together with a shared goal. But we now need to kind of go and talk about something else that's happened. That being, there's going to be a confrontation with Ben Mitchell. And this leans into the history of the previous thing as well, where obviously picture on the screen right now. But, well, Ben was the Walford attacker, and he genuinely, like, bashed his head in. Like, he absolutely ruined Peter. And then Peter then had to leave because Kathy chose Ben over him. And these images, this image in particular, has riled up the fucking internet. I've seen Reddit posts, I've seen Twitter. Everybody's just like, Ben Mitchell, why are you such a fucking shite bag? Why the fuck are you destined to just be the most toxic character on the show? Like, just, oh, he's getting therapy, he's getting better, guys. Immediately sees Peter. Well, you're a little fucking rat, aren't you, Peter? You little bitch. I should have killed you. It's like, whoa. Why you... In story, Peter did screw over Kathy. But then again, Kathy's just pulled out 50 grand out of fucking nowhere. So, you know, maybe the 10 grand Peter stole didn't really affect her that much. But it's just completely... like, one step forward, fucking 3 steps into the grave. That's Ben Mitchell's development for the last 4 years that he's been on the show. Oh, he's just a tragic character. He's just such a tragic guy, you know. Like, it's not his fault. He's just had such a traumatic time. And it's like, so is everybody else, you fucking idiots. Like, who else on the show hasn't, like, bloody murdered someone, like, been sexually assaulted? Like, so many of these characters have faced worse, if not, like, similar fates, yet haven't turned out to be as much as such a useless piece of shit that is current Ben Mitchell. And this picture is just an example of everything wrong about the character.
Yeah. You slay queen. Slay.
It's just, it's so tired. It's so tired. Ben just does bad things and then goes, oh, Kathy, can you wipe my bum? I can't quite reach it. And it's like, oh, yes, Ben. Yes, Ben, I'll wipe your bum. I'll even install a fucking bidet in that toilet. So next time, the toilet's gonna bloody wash your ass for you. And it's like, someone just hold him accountable, please.
Hold on. A bidet sounds bloody amazing to have. You know, it tickles your bum with water. It sounds amazing.
But yeah.
Fancy, but it sounds amazing. Anyways, no, we're not talking about the bidet. My problem with current Ben Mitchell is, I don't want to say it's like Kevin Spacey, but basically, he's doing the Kevin Spacey method. Why are you being a dick, Ben? I'm gay and I love a dick.
Well,
look at me.
That's not the
I'm
reason why he's a dick. It's just, I have trauma. I have trauma. Don't fucking question me. I have trauma. But yeah, everybody else does. So everybody else actually has to face up to their fucking trauma and not just expect for everybody to be like, Ben, you lashed out on me like this is the 6th time this week. But it's okay, Ben. It's okay, Ben. I'll pat you on the head. It's okay. It's fine. It's like, it's not fine. Someone grow a fucking backbone. Even Phil Mitchell just lets Ben fucking get away with it. Oh. And that is why we are a tasteless podcast. He has issues. But let's get into the final little bit of news. Peter is further shocked to learn from Gina that Bobby is smitten with Anna and immediately attempts to stop the budding relationship between his siblings. The following day, Peter wakes full of regret for his actions from the night before and answers a phone call from Cindy. Cindy consents that something is wrong, but Peter covers but before being ordered to leave by Bobby. What does this mean for Peter now? Speaking about Peter's return, Thomas said, I think Bobby's slightly confused with Peter at first, but Peter is really happy to see him and be back, although slightly nervous too, as he knows he's messed Bobby, Kathy and Rocky up. Explaining why Peter is so keen to connect with Gina and Anna, Thomas said, I think any opportunity to have more family he'll grab with both hands, so he's keen to build a good relationship with them. That's an interesting other bit of information though. Obviously the fact that he's not sticking around this time. Like, he will seemingly just be like, fuck, that was a frosty reception. Guess I'm heading back to France, you know. So we've planted the bomb, theoretically. We now know, when they come back, scary times. Peter's back, he knows about Anna and Bobby. Like, he now knows about his sisters that he didn't realise he had before. Now the bomb's been planted. Now we just wait to see when Cindy inevitably comes back and this whole situation explodes. Because it's a whole lot scarier if you know the bomb's been planted, you know the seeds have been sown, rather than just suddenly going, they're back. And it's like, okay. It's cool, you know? Like, you have to build it up, and it has to be a big moment when they do arrive. And sending Peter away will only add to it more. What do you think about this last section, Piggy?
It's nice to see Peter back, honestly. Not happy about the Ben Mitchell aspect. Hopefully he don't really know what to think. For people who are like, are you focusing on something else? Yes, I'm watching Bobby currently knock out Alfie Moon. Sorry lads. They're not Bobby, fucking the child.
Tommy.
It's nearly Tommy, Bobby, same thing. But yeah, Peter, welcome back, hopefully.
Won't be here for too long, but will be fun to see it. And fun to see what it sets up. Well, it just seems like it's, like I said, it's setting the scene for the future, but as of now, it's not particularly, like, it's caused a situation, and it is about to blow up at some point. But yeah, what do you think about Peter Beale's return? Are you excited to see what happens, like, when he gets back? And, is this return just setting us up, just ready to see just someone, like, just plant the bomb, lads. Just plant the fucking bomb. It'll be majestic. It'll be wonderful. But yeah, what do you think? Tell us in the comment section down below. I've been Ash from Watching Walford, and I've been joined by Piggy.
I've been Piggy from Watching Walford. Obviously, follow us on all our socials. We have X/Twitter, Instagram, Twitch at Watching Walford, and subscribe to us on YouTube. And just know that we're an ignorant podcast, because we love upsetting the Ben stands. Because your tea's gone cold and we're wondering why. You haven't got out of bed and you're still wanking the Ben Mitchell. Just get over it. See you on the next one.